Alright, welcome back to a while of not having any videos out. I want to start a little challenge a while back where all these shinies that I catch, and there are still going to be just shiny videos coming out, it's not all going to be these now. Trust me, I'll do more shiny, just getting the shiny challenges. But like, what do I do with the shinies afterwards? A lot of people make videos just simply going and getting the shinies and then they just kind of have them and they don't really seem to use them, which kind of makes me feel bad for a lot of these shinies, since sometimes they can be really obscure Pokemon that are never seen in competitive, and that's probably for a good reason. I feel like every Pokemon has its own unique little thing to them that makes them special, even if they aren't one of my favorite, like green deer here, compared to like how much I like this green apple. But that doesn't mean they shouldn't see any actual use and shouldn't just be shown as a trophy and then never touched again and left in a box. That's why I like to give away my shinies that I'm not going to use, because I want to see them used and not just forgotten, since they are special, you know? They deserve to be used. So basically what I've been doing for a few months now, I'm not actually sure when I truly started doing this, every shiny that I catch, whether it's an obscure Pokemon like a lot of these guys are, or, you know, competitively viable Pokemon, I am going to win with them in Master Rank singles for right now, because I like singles more than doubles. Fight me, I don't care, it's more fun for me, alright? And get the Master Rank ribbon on them, on Pokemon that you'd never expect to have the Master Rank ribbon on. Now, it may be harder, but because Master Rank is not that hard to get to, because you cannot D-rank once you hit Ultra Ball, so you can keep losing and losing and losing over and over again until eventually you get into Master Rank. It's not the hardest challenge in the world, and it's not really meant to be. It's supposed to be more fun. But it can get frustrating at times because of how the power scaling is, and especially since Paradox and legendary Pokemon are going to be brought back very soon, is going to make winning with these Pokemon a lot harder. So this is a little team of recently caught Pokemon that I'm going to be trying to get the Master Rank ribbon, and you'll be here with me. And I'll also show you how I get these Pokemon competitively ready. If anybody wants to get into competitive and wants to use their favorites, it really depends on what your favorites are, how hard that's going to be for you. But I still recommend just trying it out, you never know. I mean, you're probably going to get your ass handed to you the first couple times, but that doesn't mean you should stop if you really want to get into it. So I'm going to show you a little compilation of me catching these guys, and then I will show you my process as to how I get these Pokemon ready, and how maybe if you have shinies that you want to get Master Rank ribbons, or if you want to get into competitive in any way, I'll show you the main way you can do it, and it's very easy in Scarlet and Violet. Alright, so this is the first place you're gonna stop, and this little snowy town is gonna be your new best friend, trust me. And I'm just gonna disclose right out here, you're gonna need a lot of money for this, in this game. At least if you want to be really fast about it. I'll show you the way if you have a lot of money, but if you're kinda broke, there is another way to do it. Right now, the Rayquaza raids are still a thing, and those give you quite a bit to sell that you can get a lot of money for, so I would capitalize on that. But first, look at your Pokemon, and you need to think about what their stats are. So first, if you go into your boxes and then go into here, so you unlock this feature, I'm pretty sure after you beat the game, basically. And if you press the plus icon on any Pokemon, instead of it just saying like the numbers of the stats, it will tell you their IVs. IVs are basically like 1 out of 31, and I'm going to show you how you can change that, because as you can see, you want it to say best. Do any of these have best? No. So you're going to want best in all these stats, and the way you do that is by using an item called a bottle cap. And you come to this guy with the Abomasnow, and you do hyper training to make Pokemon that don't already have it have the best IVs possible. So let's do this Hatina here. Gold bottle caps are not as valuable. Like, I sell them for money, and I think you probably should too, just because, you know, they're not as helpful, and I'll tell you why right now. And it's because they raise every single stat to the maximum. And you don't necessarily need that. Like, say your Pokemon is a special attacker. Do you need a perfect attack stat? You don't. So you could save on some by just putting the stats that you need. You will always need defenses and HP, but you can sometimes forgo attack or special attack, depending on if you want your Pokemon to be a special attacker or a physical attacker. And sometimes speed, if you're going to be putting it in a Trick Room team. Like here, I'm probably not going to do speed because Hatina is probably going to be used on a Trick Room team at some point. And if I put speed into it, it's going to be faster and therefore slower in Trick Room. And then you just press start training, and your little Hatina here. Oh, keep in mind, your Pokemon have to be level 50 in order for it to work. Once we check our little creature here, where it says hyper trained, and the other ones stay the same. You're going to want to do this for all the Pokemon, depending on it. And if you're not sure what attack stat to raise or what, either you can look on different sites to see what sets you use, which I'll go into more. Or you could just simply look at its stats and say, oh, it has a higher attack stat, let me train the attack stat. But unless you're using, if you want your Pokemon to be slow for whatever reason, do train speed. It does make a difference. And obviously both defenses will never hurt you in any way to have perfect, even if you don't put any EVs in them. So I'm just gonna go and do this to the rest of these Pokemon, and I'll show you how to actually EV train them in a second. Alright, now I'm back and I've evolved the ones that need to be evolved. I will evolve this one to a Hisui one, but I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm gonna show you how to EV train. So there's an easy way if you have money, and a little bit of a harder way if you don't. If you have a lot of money, you can simply just run over to the shop over here and buy some of the little vitamins in here. But as you can see, they are extremely expensive, and in order to max out a stat, you need 24 of them. So in total, if I want to max out HP on a Pokemon, it would be 250,000 Pokédollars, which is an absurd amount. And of course, you don't always have to max a stat. If you want to, I want to put half in defense, and I want to put half in special defense. You would put like 13 vitamins in one, and then 13 vitamins into the other, and then maybe you max out like attack with the full 26. It's up to you what you put your full stats in. I would also again recommend looking on different sites to see sets and what they put their IVs in, which they will most definitely tell you. But it really heavily depends on the Pokemon, and you can obviously split it any way you want, and you can just feed it to them, and they will get the maxed out stat. And if you press the left and right bumper at the same time, you will get this screen, and this will show you what your EVs are. And this means they have nothing on them. I will show you an example of one that does have a maxed EVs. Will sparkle in whatever stat is fully maxed out. And if you have 2 stats sparkling, that's as much as they get. If you try to split it into 2, it will not sparkle because it's not fully maxed out. See here, HP is fully maxed out, but I put half and half in both of the defenses to make it tanky on both sides. And you can see how it's not sparkling, but it still has the maximum amount. And you'll know it has a maximum amount if you try to feed it a vitamin and it says it can't take it. So another way is to use things like power bands. Like these little training tools. They cost a lot up front, but trust me, it is definitely worth it. I'm just too lazy to use these. I do have them on me. I have one for each stat. There's a different one for each stat, and if you put it on this Pokemon, when you defeat Pokemon that give you that EV, it will give you a lot more. And you will have to defeat 28. Every Pokemon, when you defeat them, gives a certain IV. Fletchling gives 1 speed, and Shinx gives 1 attack. You can use mass outbreaks to defeat Pokemon. You have to defeat them in a battle, by the way. You can't do it auto battle. It will not give them EVs that way. But look up other Pokemon as well. Those are not the only other Pokemon, and obviously there are other Pokemon that give you other stats. But I would recommend buying 1 of each. These are 20,000 each, which is very expensive, so if you don't want to, that's fine. And you can do it without them. It just takes a lot longer to fully EV train them. So you just put the one that you want the stat to be extra in, like defense, special attack, special defense, speed, and you defeat them. But you can also look up online what Pokemon give what stat, so that you can grind up against different Pokemon as long as you know what EV they give. those are the two ways you can EV train. And now I'm going to go into stuff like natures. So if you go into your Pokemon stats on here and you also look, you'll see that two stats probably have two different icons. One has a little red icon and one has a little blue icon. The blue icon is the stat that's getting decreased, and the red icon is the stat that's getting increased based on the nature that your Pokemon has. For a lot of Pokemon, you're going to want it to increase the stat that you have perfect on, or at least one of the stats that you have it perfect on. You can also buy mints in the same shop that I showed you before, and you can get these to change them if they aren't what you want. Like, let's say we have this like timid mint, and I'm going to actually give to my Tatsugiri because I want my Tatsugiri to be fast. But I don't want to decrease its special attack or any of its defenses or anything like that. I want to decrease a stat I'm never going to use, which is attack. As you can see, it is decreasing attack and upping speed. You're going to want to do this. You can also check the site to also tell you what nature it has, and that is the mint you're going to want to buy for the Pokemon. Really, just look up guides or go based on what you think is good. Next thing we're going to go over, abilities. So again, if you look online, you'll see abilities on Pokemon. You're like, well wait, my Pokemon doesn't have that ability. Well, there's two ways to change the ability, because some Pokemon have alternate abilities and some also even have hidden abilities. There are two ways to change it. You will need an ability patch if you want to, or a way to get their hidden ability, and also to take away a hidden ability if you actually don't want a hidden ability. And the less expensive ability capsule will, if a Pokemon has two normal abilities that they can randomly have and you want the other one, you will change using an ability capsule. And that's simple abilities. Again, it really depends on the Pokemon, what ability you want, or what set you're using, what ability you want, and that's how you change them. What I talk about is movesets, and this is extremely heavily dependent on the Pokemon. And again, if you are new, please just try to look up sets and try to use them before you use your intuition. Again, if you have a special attacker, use special attacks. If you have a physical attacker, use physical attacks. And please do not forget about setup moves like Swords Dance, Dragon Dance, Calm Mind, stuff like that. Protect even, and especially in doubles. They are useful moves, and you need to try them, and you will see how easy it is to start sweeping people when you have things like Calm Mind or other supporting moves. And what your set is, your moveset will change. I'm not going to go too much into them because it's so dependent on the Pokemon. So I would again recommend Smogon's great. I mean, sometimes they're basic and they're not really that too good, but if you're starting out and you don't necessarily have the intuition to know what would be good, going to those sites is going to help you get started and get an idea, and then you can make your own decisions without having to go to a website and copying a set. And the last thing we talk about is items, and you can get items basically from every Delibird shop, and you can just put them on your Pokemon and it'll do whatever. I'm not going to go too heavily into it, I just want to mention it, so I recommend just buying one of the item unless you need multiple for your team of the same, and that's really how I do it. And then I just start trying to win with the sets that I've made. So I'm going to be back when I have built these Pokemon. If anyone wants it more in depth, just let me know, but I'm going to get back into the battling, which is probably going to be the most entertaining part of this video. Alright, we are in our first little battle here. I forgot to put an item on my little Tyranitar here. I put some of these, since these are doubles ones and I'm not doing doubles, I'm putting in a little bit of a mini team in here, mini sand team. I would have had a Smooth Rock, I think it is, that's since Sandstorm, but they're not made to be winning in this format. Like, that Hatterene is for like a Indeedee Hatterene setup, if you know what that is. That thing can be scary. Let's see, we got Hitmonlee! I can't really safely swap, and I don't think I need Tyranitar for anything. For like them, but yeah, there it is. I outspeed. And we kill it with Earthquake, cool. And this is the Life Orb Excadrill, which you've actually probably seen in my other videos. We get Hatterene! Interesting decision, considering I have Iron Head. Is it Sash, maybe? Oh, it is. That's gonna be Trick Room, and then I'm gonna get fucked, huh? Oh, it flinched! Man, I feel like I'm cheesing this guy. Oh no. Hi, Crawdon. That, I don't know if I outspeed that, but I'm just gonna try to Earthquake. Does not. Oh. Ow! Okay. I'm gonna try to Dragon Pulse. Oh, it's gonna Terra to kill me. Imagine I don't die though. That'd be insane. What, Terra? Terra normal. Huh. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's still gonna be the same. I outspeed and one-shot it. People underestimate Tatsugiri so much, it's insane. Okay, well, we got the Master Rank ribbon on them through this. Alright, next battle, I gave Tatsugiri Draco Meteor now, which is what I originally meant to have, and Sneasler. This is gonna be interesting. It could be Toxic Spikes. If it's Toxic Spikes, Furret's probably... I even outspeed it! Furret, you're insane! It is Toxic Spikes anyway. Which, if they're smart, they're only gonna set up one. Since I'm fast... I'm just gonna quick attack it. It's gonna know... It might know what I'm gonna do. But, I mean, we're whittling it down for it. Okay, they're gonna put 2 because of Toxic, which, I mean... With how fast the battles are, Toxic isn't as good. It's probably gonna attack now or switch, so I'm going to... Oh, I keep forgetting I outspeed! It's insane! There's the Dire Claw. Furret takes it way too well. This Furret is insane. All it is EV trained in is attack and speed. And the berry. And the next Dire Claw, and it goes down. Cool. So, first of all, this guy is not going to get Toxic Spiked, and I can do this, so if it tries to close combat, it's no longer super effective. On the next turn, after it dies, I can Rapid Spin. I'm just doing this in case Excadrill doesn't outspeed it. I do not want to get one shot by close combat, because I know it's gonna die. Yep, there's the close combat. Yep, barely live. Intuition, guys. It does a lot of playing games like this and stuff, but... Okay. The crit was not necessary. And if he has anything faster, still it just dies, and then Tatsugiri of all things has to carry it back. Okay, we have a Volcarona, so I'm going to just Earthquake. Maybe it'll one-shot. I'm not completely sure. It's not super effective, and it could be tanky, but nice. Okay. All right. Let's hope that it's a decent thing for Tatsugiri to take care of. Tatsugiri is apparently a lot more powerful than you'd think, so we're gonna see. All right. How bad? How bad is this? Oh my God! Isn't that ironic? Okay. Let's see how much this Draco Meteor does. I'm scared to see, to be honest with you. Protect, okay. He's just gonna try to stall me out with Toxic. He might be fucked if he can stall me out, and I don't have the PP ups on it. Let's see. Oh man! There's like a very slight chance. Fissure! Oh god, that's a interesting... Oh, and he hits Fissure. Oh, okay. It was too good to be true. Next battle, and this looks very interesting. Okay, Gudra. Definitely outspeed that. Considering I outsped Sneasler. So we are just going to quickly quick attack and see what it's going to try to do. It could Toxic, I think. Gudra is again not... Oh, swap. Corviknight? Maybe? Yeah. Oh god. Again, we have no counter to Corviknight. So... I'm just gonna quick attack again. But I don't really have a counter for Corviknight on this little team here. That's gonna be hard to deal with. There's the Iron Defense, and he's gonna body press me and one-shot me. That's his plan right now. So before he can do that, I'm going to endeavor to lower his HP a decent amount. Oh, he actually made me make a mistake because I'm still slowly lowering it. One day for it will do its real use. Because now that it's this low, it might be manageable. So, we're hoping here that, Draco Meteor is enough to kill. If not, then I think we lose! Because Icy Wind's not gonna kill it, and I'm just gonna get one shot. So, Draco Meteor is our best bet here. And, Okay, Draco Meteor hits. It's barely not enough. Okay, and okay. Alright, next battle. As you can see, it gets a little hard. Still gonna lead with him. Yep, the Gallade lead. I was expecting Gallade. Not sure if Gallade will outspeed me or not. Probably not. So I'm going to Quick Attack. Which has a decent chunk. Sacred Sword. If we outsped, yeah. There we go. And there's the Sacred Sword. Okay. And since he outsped, I'm sure Tatsugiri will. And I can just Icy Wind to finish it off. Okay, so Tatsugiri's in, Gallade's dealt with, which is good, because it's a threat to Virna. We'll see what this is. Oh! This is gonna be interesting. We're gonna see if Draco Meteor will hurt. Oh, he outspeeds? I think we live this, though, because he's probably Power Herb. We might live it because we resist it? Yep. Alright. Draco Meteor. He's sturdy. I'm not sure what he's gonna do here. I don't really want to Terra. I'm just gonna have to Rapid Spin. Okay, good, I outspeed. Alright. Nice, nice, nice. And I did Rapid Spin so I could get a speed boost to make sure I hopefully outspeed whatever he has left in there. Bring this back and we can be done! Oh god. That is certainly a Pokemon that exists. Let's just try and get the Iron Head, I guess. What's he he might be Terra Normal? If so, that's not... Yeah, he's gonna try to Extreme Speed, but Extreme Speed does not do a lot to Excadrill in my experience, since I have used this Excadrill quite a lot. It still hurts, don't get me wrong, but... Yeah. Oh god. Ah, see? Ah, damn. So close. But he's just gonna Extreme Speed and we lose. Yep. Alright, we got another team. Corviknight is becoming popular, it seems, which is concerning. I might switch up the team a bit to make it a little bit easier on myself, so let's see. Because it's getting insane. Default! No one likes Default, come on. You're not cool. And look, you even got a cool character, just change your profile, it's not that hard. Cleavor, I was expecting that. Do a little bit of damage. Stonex will miss, which is funny. Final Sucker Punch. Do a little bit. Stonex will miss again. Guy is probably fuming. First, just that hard to hit. It's a little snake. Oh, well now I miss. Oh, it failed? Double team. What in the fuck is this shit? Excuse me? You know it's funny. Is he just gonna spam double team now? Come on, go ahead. He's gonna spam double team. Oh, Swords Dance. Mister. Mister. Yeah, fuck it, use another. I'm just gonna keep spamming Sucker Punch. You didn't think I'm gonna stop? Look at this guy! Still hitting him. Here comes the Stone Axe. And here we can reversal. There we go. Bird's putting in his work! Gotta love Kenai. Sneasler, Sneasler, Sneasler. I outsped the last one. I'm just gonna Endeavor. Oh, it does. See, now I don't have. Weird. Hard to tell with these damn things. I think I'm gonna do the same thing I did with the last one. Let's bait that and bait the close combat out. live it and hit the earthquake. It could be Sash, which would suck. Like a lot. Because then it could just either close combat again or Fire Punch. That's an interesting thing to do. But this will definitely one-shot, so if it might be Sashed. Yep, it's Sash. Okay. Great. Why didn't you close combat before? Okay. I think we've lost this one too, even though Furret had fun in the beginning. Because I don't think Tatsugiri is living a hit from him. Hit close combat. Upper hand. What? Did we? Okay, we might have a comeback. This guy's acting very weird. Come on. Please don't be Corbinite. Please don't be Corbinite, my guy. Let Tatsugiri do this. Let him do this. Please. God fucking damn it, you piece of Fuck it. Draco Meteor! Oh? Oh? Excuse me? Excuse me? What are you tearing? You don't resist it anymore. Electric? That's fine. Electric does not resist Dragon. Also, why the hell would you... I don't know. Draco Meteor, come on! Oh my god, okay. If we live, whatever it's gonna do. Body press? Yes! Oh my god! Oh my god! We win? Don't miss! Tatsugiri, do not miss! Let's go! We won! Oh my god! I mean, thanks to that guy being an idiot, and he had that so easy if he just kept his resistance to Tatsugiri, but he did not! Man, this Tatsugiri needs a name. I don't know what to name it, but I already love him. Yep, they all have the Master Rank ripping, guys. We did it. Tatsugiri really pulling through, and Furret as well. I know the other ones didn't get a chance to shine as much, but that's just kind of the reality of it. Sometimes they're just that unusable, but I still like to have the little thing. Just they get the participation award. And yeah, so that's basically, I might do these videos from time to time. They're not going to be as long, because I'm not going to be explaining everything and stuff like that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. You got them the Master Rank, and I mean, I'm now have this attachment to this Tatsugiri that I need to name. He's just a cute little guy, and he tried his best.